60-day window during which Israel would withdraw troops from southern Lebanon. Hezbollah would move its heavy weapons away from the border, with Lebanon's official military deploying between the two sides. A U.S.-led committee would monitor violations.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. A Boeing cargo plane crashed today in Lithuania. It was operated by shipping giant DHL. It went down just short of the airport in Vilnius, skidding into a house. The people who lived there were evacuated. One flight crew member was killed. As President-elect Trump gets ready to return to Washington in January, Fox's Madeline Rivera says his critics are ready to resist his plan for mass deportations.
Democrat attorneys general say they've been preparing for months, planning out how to Trump-proof their states. But Congressman Byron Donalds tells Maria Bartiromo in Sunday Morning Futures the Democrats' resistance come at their own peril.
If they decide that they're going to oppose deportations that 57% of the American people want to see enacted, then they're going to have more political losses in the future.
It's a big travel week. The TSA predicts record passenger screenings at airports, though many more will go by car in the AAA estimate of about 80 million Americans traveling somewhere for Thanksgiving, and it keeps getting cheaper to drive.
Gasoline prices have slipped again, this time a drop of 3 cents a gallon to $3.12 for regular, and now it's 49 cents drop total over the past 19 weeks.
Analyst Trevor Lundberg surveys stations across the country, and so does AAA. Its national average for regulars lower at $3.05 per gallon. America's listening to Fox News.
Stay on top of the latest forecast with America's Weather Team in the palm of your hands.
Here's the latest from America's Weather Center.
It's Fox weather updates throughout your busy day, every day.
That heat's going to be out there for one more day.
Temperatures being 30 degrees above average.
Put the power of over 100 meteorologists and the worldwide resources of Fox in your hands with the Fox Weather Podcast. Precise, personal, powerful. Subscribe and listen now at foxnewspodcasts.com. Connect to Fox News Audio on the Fox News app. Listen to hear your favorite hosts like Brian Kilmeade, Jimmy Fallon, and Guy Benson standing up for what's right, live and via podcast. Just click listen, then swipe right and hear the latest news updates on your time. And scroll down to hear the latest podcasts from Fox News. And it's even easier to listen in the car with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Get programming alerts and notifications. Fox News Audio is on the Fox News app. The voices America trusts. Download it now.
There have been 3 arrests in the United Arab Emirates in the killing of an ultra-Orthodox rabbi who went missing last week in Dubai. All 3 taken into custody are Uzbek nationals. Israel condemned Zavi Hogan's killing as an act of anti-Semitic terror. The U.S. National Security Council calls it a horrific crime against all those who stand for peace. The Republican Congressman President-elect Trump has chosen to be the next National Security Advisor. Michael Waltz says he's ready for a seamless transition.
Congressman Waltz says that he and Biden administration National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan have met and are on the same page.
For our adversaries out there that think this is a time of opportunity, that they can play one administration off the other, they're wrong.
Waltz also says we need to change the way we address those who take Americans hostage around the world.
We need to start imposing costs for those that hold hostages.
And that securing the southern border is a shared responsibility.
The cartels need to be on notice. Mexico and our partners have to take some ownership here.
Waltz says the war in Ukraine needs to come to a responsible end as soon as possible. Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are up big after Friday's even bigger gains, lifting the Dow to a record high close last week. On Sunday Night Football, Saquon Barkley set an Eagles rushing record with 255 yards and 2 touchdowns, leading Philadelphia past the LA Rams 37-20. Earlier, the Lions kept roaring.
Gibbs cuts to the outside, to the end zone, touchdown, his second today.
Jahmyr Gibbs and Detroit beat Indianapolis 24-6 on Fox. The Lions' 9th straight win. They're now 10-1. So are the Chiefs. Defending champion Kansas City beat Carolina on a last-second field goal. The Dallas Cowboys snapped a 5-game losing streak, beating Washington. Minnesota topped Chicago in overtime. Green Bay blew out San Francisco by 4 touchdowns. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee. where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. A Pomo man has a $1 million bond following his arrest on Saturday for sexual exploitation of a minor. A TBI report says Pickett County authorities began investigating Wade Williams in April. A search of his electronic devices allegedly uncovered hundreds of files containing child sexual abuse materials. Putnam County authorities have identified a man who died Friday following a crash on I-40 in Cookeville. A THP report says William B. Baker suffered fatal injuries when he struck the rear of a vehicle near the Willow Avenue exit. And the city of Cookeville has approved a $1.5 million bid for relocating and upsizing storm and sanitary sewer at Spring Street and Walnut Avenue. The city estimates that contractors will begin the work in March. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good Morning Cookeville with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The
Hi,
Hub.
everyone. I'm Sheila Scruggs with Good Morning Cookeville. Jason will be out this week, but he'll be back next week. We'll find out everything he's been into. Now, I know he is watching with his grandson, Matthias. Hi, Matthias. Hope you're having a good morning. We're on News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub Plus. We're on the Roku app, Hub Plus. Also channel 192 YouTube, and we're streaming on Facebook as well. We'll get into some things you need to know here in just a minute, but I think you need to know that I've got new co-hosts every week just to fill in for Jason. And today, every day this week, we've got a new one. Today is Brittany Norris. She's one of the owners of Willow Window. Glad to have you with us, filling in this morning.
Thank you for having me this morning.
So I came in this morning to our Willow Window studio in the showroom. You have everything decorated so beautifully, and a lot of people may not know that is really what you do. You are a decorator. You're started doing barn dominiums.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that and how you got into it.
Well, it kind of happened. I have a medical background, but just me and my husband owning this construction business, it kind of happened organically, and just kind of found a niche for it, if you want to say that. So, and I love it.
You definitely did. There's so many people that come in, and of course they love all the windows and doors they see in the showroom, but they're like, who decorated this? Who is that? Who did you hire? And we're like, it is Brittany Norris. She's like, she's like awesome at this. But I mean, you've got the clear Christmas lights, and it kind of looks like just a down home Christmas is what it feels like.
Christmas is my favorite time.
Yeah.
I love to decorate for Christmas. So.
Well, we appreciate you being in here too, filling in with Jason being out, so it's easy to kind of play off of somebody.
Yeah, I'm so excited for him though, in that time off.
Yeah, me too, to see. Yeah, see his grandbabies and Josie. She's probably not up yet either, but we want to say hi to her as well. I know that Willow Window does a lot of great things in the community. We appreciate y'all, and we appreciate this beautiful studio that we're in too.
Well, you're so welcome. We love our community, and we love the Hub.
Yeah, the Hub is great, and it's like we've got things you need to know right now. I wanted to tell you, and Brittany, you'll probably be excited about this too. Kirkland's home is going to be back in Cookeville.
That I knew it was like going to happen, but I didn't realize they were that far along into the process that they like opened.
So that's like just in time for Christmas. How smart is that, right?
Perfect timing.
Their hours during Christmas, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 9, and Sunday, 11 to 6. Before Christmas, like this week, I think they're open too, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., and then Friday and Saturday, 10 to 9, and Sundays, 11 to 6. So if you want to go there, check them out. That's going to be fun as well. What's some of your favorite things to shop for at Christmas?
I love buying presents for people. Like, that's my ultimate, like, love language. So, like, just going out and shopping for others, like, making baskets and just putting together cute little things like that. I love that.
You're also good at that too. I mean, I know Carrie, who worked here at Willow Window. She was our office manager. You did. She was expecting a baby. Of course, she had her little baby, Charlotte. So congratulations to her. But the basket you had made up for her, I mean, it had a little bit of everything in that.
I know. And there's just so many ways to make those things kind of pretty, and just seeing everybody's faces whenever they get it. I love it.
That's what you like. You're talking about love language. You spread the love to everybody. So you're good at that. Don't forget now, Thanksgiving night, streaming on Hub Plus, our app, will be our Yule log, and that's the fireplace. You know, you got a picture of the fireplace. We'll have Christmas music playing, so you can see that on our Hub Plus Roku app, and that's what you type in, just Hub, and then PLUS, and you can find that on Roku only right now. But we're also streaming on YouTube, we're streaming on Facebook, and we also are on channel 192 on Twin Lakes, and also your other cable channels too. So make sure you get us there as well. Some other things you need to know is coming up, we do have some like the Christmas on the Square that's coming up. We'll find out exactly what night that is. Mayor Lauren Wheaton, the Cookeville mayor, will be in with us after 7. Then we're going to talk about Thanksgiving dinner with Jamie Lankford's Eats and Sweets. That's where she's at. She's from Jamie's Eats and Sweets, but she'll be talking about different sides, different things to put in your Thanksgiving meal, and really, do we all know really how to cook a turkey?
I think there's like a method.
Everybody
has their like certain way that they want to do it, I feel like.
And the thawing out process.
Oh,
that's
yes.
probably harder than the cooking is what I think. Because, like, when do you thaw? Do you move it into the fridge now if it's frozen? That's what you do.
Unless you buy it fresh, and then you know that you don't have to do that. Yeah. So.
But Jamie definitely knows how to cook anything and everything and do it well. So we'll talk to her coming up at 7:30. Also coming up, Your 2 Cents. And on Your 2 Cents, we're talking about Thanksgiving again. Like, at Thanksgiving, I don't eat blank, and we need to fill in the blank. Is there anything that you really don't eat or you wouldn't eat?
Oh, that's a loaded question. I think I love it all.
That's me, because there's not a lot I wouldn't eat.
I know.
And I knew somebody said, well, if it falls on the floor, I won't eat it. Other than that, I'll eat it.
Yeah. Like, I look forward to all of the Thanksgiving sides.
I do too.
I am picky about dressing, though, and I feel like that's a turkey thing. Like, everybody wants their dressing a certain way.
Exactly.
You
And
know?
and I feel like dressing is definitely different than stuffing, because stuffing is in the bird.
Yes.
Dressing is a side dish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm for the side dish, and I think most Southerners are.
I think, yeah, I'm more the side dish as well.
Yeah. So coming up, we'll take a look at Your 2 Cents, and we'll find out what everybody likes with Thanksgiving dinner. So Thanksgiving, I will not eat blank. We'll find out what everybody's saying coming up next on News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Hey guys, Ron Crane here from Dependable Auto Sales and Service. Also Colonial Automotive, towing, rentals, we've got it all. Guys, if it's automotive, even if you need body work, if you've been in a wreck or something, please let us know. 931-526-7355. That's 931-526-SELL, S-E-L-L, 24/7 at dasautosales.com. That's dasautosales.com, and we're located 1575 Interstate Drive, the only car dealership on the left on Restaurant Row. Please come see us at any time. Thanks, guys.
Hey folks, this is Paul Winkler. Have you ever really spent time planning for life after work? If not, you're not alone. For most, it's a scary thought. Making sense of investments, Social Security, Medicare. To make it worse, the advice people typically get is from salespeople or family members who got their information from salespeople. We are here to take the mystery and fear out of retirement. The next step is yours. Call 615-851-1950 or go to paulwinkler.com. That website is paulwinkler.com, creating confident investors.
And now located in Cookeville, the Upper Cumberland Habitat Restore in Cookeville is expanding their team with part-time positions available. They are seeking dedicated individuals who are passionate about community impact and customer service. Responsibilities may include maintaining an organized, welcoming store environment, assisting with donation acceptance and processing, and supporting daily operations. Ideal candidates are customer-focused, proactive, and committed to fostering a positive shopping experience. Joining their team offers a chance to make a meaningful difference. For more information, question, contact them at restore@uchabitat.org.
The gas industry makes gas smell. We do it on purpose, to let people know when gas is present. If you smell gas in your home, call the gas department immediately, day or night. Then, after you call, don't flip any electrical switches or light matches until the serviceman has inspected your home. Help us keep natural gas the safest energy there is. Natural gas. Energy for life. This message brought to you in the interest of safety from the Cookeville Gas Department in cooperation with the Tennessee Public Utility Commission.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text REP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text REP to 321-321. That's REP to 321-321.
1077 and 1400, The Hub. Morning Cookeville. Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
Well, every day this week, I'm going to have a new co-host just for this week because Jason is on vacation. I'm Sheila Scruggs with Good Morning Cookeville, and Brittany Norris is in with me. Good morning, Brittany.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
And it's time for Your 2 Cents. On Your 2 Cents, we're asking at Thanksgiving, I don't like blank. And this is talking about the food. So on Thanksgiving, what do you not like? I pretty much like everything. I can't think of anything I really don't like. Is there something that you've come up with during the break?
I feel like I'm kind of the same way. I like it all. Like we said before, I'm not a big fan of the stuffing. So if it's inside the bird,
yeah, it's like too greasy for me.
And I'm picky about gravy. Like I don't like the gravy with all the stuff in it.
Yeah, like
all the innards.
I just want plain gravy.
Yeah, just gravy.
Just gravy, not the innards gravy. Yeah, that's too early to be talking about that, right? Here's what others are saying though. They don't like the dressing. That's actually my favorite part.
That
the
is
dressing.
my favorite part.
I mean, if it's good and it's not dry.
Yes, but everybody's like, they're picky. Like, do you want cornbread dressing or
Definitely.
and then some people make it out of like white bread, and then some people like use like artisan bread, and so I don't know. There's a bunch of different
I've tried it all way, but I guess I'm used to what my mom cooks, and it is the cornbread dressing,
which is delicious.
It's so good.
So good.
Christy said green bean casserole. She does not like green bean casserole.
I love green bean casserole.
I like green beans too.
But I like them with like real green beans in it, not like the thin ones.
Right.
Like I want texture.
You want texture. You want those big. I like them with the green beans and then the beans inside the green beans. You know, I want beans on top of beans, kind of, because it's a little more meaty, so to speak. Cranberry sauce. There's so many people that are saying they don't like cranberry sauce. Now, I don't know if it's like the gelled can they don't like, or they just don't like it, period. I do like the homemade cranberries.
I love homemade cranberry sauce. That's probably my favorite part.
I bet you have a good recipe for that.
I like it. It's
I like the nuts in it. Like
I've never made it with nuts.
So good. It's even better to me when it's got nuts in it.
Yeah,
but some don't like that.
It's like because it is like a sauce. You just like a little bit of turkey and dressing, and like just barely touch the sauce for like a sweet and savory.
I could have the turkey and dressing and then cranberry sauce. I can make a meal out of that.
Me too.
Of course, I want a little bit of everything. Michael said he doesn't like turkey, yams, or sweet potatoes.
He does not like Thanksgiving.
So it's like, is yams and sweet potatoes the same thing, or are they different, Brittany?
I wondered that. Like.
They taste kind of the same, but I'm not sure. People have said yams are different than sweet potatoes.
I don't know. I guess we need to look that up.
I always thought that people up north say yams, and down south we say sweet potatoes.
They're the same thing, but we just
I don't know if that's right.
I don't know either.
Sweet taters is what Andrea says. Also, Ruthie said she doesn't like pumpkin pie. That's a big Thanksgiving side, too.
It's like a staple.
Yeah. I say side, but it's one of the most popular desserts, I think, of Thanksgiving. Someone doesn't like pecan pie. Oh, come on now.
I love pecan pie.
The most popular disliked, cranberry sauce and then sweet potatoes. We got another sweet potatoes. So. I'm wondering if it's the sweet potatoes with the little marshmallows on top. Sometimes they put pecans on top.
I'm a pecan person.
I like both.
Yeah.
No, I really do because my mom used to make it because there was like a half of us like the pecans on it, half of us like the marshmallows. So she made a half and half in one dish.
One had marshmallow and one had the streusel topping.
Really good together anyway. So it's like I want a little spoonful of both.
It's
so
like a dessert. Like
it
really doesn't feel like a side. It's
it
like
is.
a dessert.
Yeah. It's even better than pumpkin pie, I think. Amy said she doesn't like the turkey.
Oh.
Neither does Jennifer. Trish said, "What do you not like at Thanksgiving?" And she said, "Turkey necks."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, don't know.
When you make
about
your
that.
stock and you boil all that stuff together and like pick the neck.
Yeah.
Some people they think that's the best part, but I don't know.
Some do. And then Dale said giblet gravy. He does not like giblet gravy.
Either.
That's the gravy
I think
you
that's
were talking about?
the innards.
And somebody said they don't like stuffing, and that's me. I'm not crazy about stuffing. I'm a dressing kind because it's like dressing is a side, and stuffing. Well, you stuff the bird with it, and it kind of gets all
I like
that
the crusty. Like I want to have I don't want it to be soggy.
That little crust on top, and then it's kind of and I don't want it dry on the inside, but a little crusty on top. It's hard to get that way, but somehow. My mama makes it the best.
Aww.
So other things, we're going to move on because we've, thanks for everybody for commenting on that. You can answer that question. Thanksgiving confessions, I don't eat blank. And you can tell us what you do and don't like. And you can go on to Facebook on News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub and answer that. Or you can also go on the Jason and Sheila Facebook page. Some other things, it's National Parfait Day. I like a good parfait.
I do too.
Yeah.
I love granola.
Oh, granola on it's so good. I like homemade granola too.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. National Play with Dad Day or Play with Papa. What Jason's doing right now. His kid's probably playing with him. Also, Adopt a Senior Pet Month. We can't forget about the senior pets. They need some things too, and they need love, and they need to be adopted. And I'm surprised, Brittany, at our local shelter, how many senior pets are really over there, and how many really like full-blooded dogs and cats, especially dogs. They get a lot of poodles in and things like that. So it's like, don't get somebody an animal for Christmas. Make sure they really do want the animal before you do it. But
I'm sure they get by February.
Yeah,
bombarded.
I bet they do. I bet they do.
Sad.
But think of them first if you're going to adopt a pet or if you're wanting to surprise the kids with a pet. Think of the shelter first and maybe a senior pet as well. Also, stamp collecting month. I used to do that.
Really?
I used to collect stamps. I wasn't as big in it as some, but like when I was a teenager, I thought there were some cool stamps out there, and I had a book of stamps that I collected. So,
I only notice at Christmas, when they have the different ones, and I'm like, oh, I want to get those instead.
Get specific ones that you could put on your card, like to match or to have your theme.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving dinner, according to a company called Levity, a weight loss prevention service, the average American will consume roughly a day's worth of calories in just one sitting at Thanksgiving.
I believe it.
That's a lot.
It's a big
what
plate.
does the nurse in you say?
Moderation.
Moderation.
Everything's okay in moderation.
It kind of is, watch it.
One day. Don't do it every day.
That's right. And it's, that's what we all love about it, getting the family around and trying all the things that we don't have the rest of the year. Kind of like when you go to the fair, have your cotton candy, but have it in moderation.
Yeah.
Well, the study that we're talking about interviewed more than 1,000 eaters. They found out what they usually ate. They did the math, determined that the average Thanksgiving meal consists of a whopping 2,092 calories.
Oh, my goodness.
According to current guidelines used by USDA, adults over the age of 21 need between 1,600 and 3,000 calories per day. So that's got you almost enough calories for the day when you eat your Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, and that top calorie is like for people that are working out hard.
Yes.
So I don't work very much on Thanksgiving, like working out.
You probably work getting everything ready. I mean, you were working hard getting everything decorated here at the Willow Window Studio.
Take some time, that's for sure.
Is your home decorated yet with Christmas lights?
It is.
Of course it is. I bet it looks beautiful too. Now, let's talk a little bit about the barn doors that you guys are doing. So, for those that don't know, Willow Window, of course, is a window door company, entry doors, and then garage doors, and even some, what am I trying to say, blinds and window treatments too. Yes. But you guys have another company that you're starting called Willow Homes.
Yes, we started that this year.
So tell a little bit about what Willow Homes is and what you guys do there.
So it kind of just started as a hobby, doing some remodels. We would find a property for a good deal, flip it, and we ended up building a barn dominium for ourselves and realized how easy it was and how like energy efficient it was to create in such a small amount of time. So we're like, well, let's just do another one, like a spec, and see how it goes. And it kind of caught fire. Everybody loves it. So we actually started working with another company to offer more than just the barn dominiums so that we can offer ICF homes, which is a different type of your exterior. So it's just insulated concrete foam blocks to replace like stick build. So that's something that we're going to be offering probably in the spring. More widespread, you'll hear about it.
And you just got your license as well.
I did. So I got my contractor's license just because it was something that we were just doing on the side for ourselves, and then it became a need for like others in the community. And we're like, well, we're going to have to, branch out a little bit. So I took some time and did some studying and got that. And now we're busy.
And you know what? Congratulations on that. That's not easy, but passed it first time. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you.
I know that with the barn doors, everybody thinks of red barns, but yours is like a black and white, and then you decorated the inside.
Yeah.
So
it becomes more like modern farmhouse. So,
it's
and then a lot of people, barn dominium, it's a feel. So, there's multiple house plans that we can create that way. It's just this steel structure. So it is like the idea of like what you would put up, a pole barn, but we build it out inside like a home and make it, it looks just like here.
So from the beginning to also the decorating on the inside, y'all are there through it all.
Yes, I do the entire thing.
So see, if you're wanting a barn dominium and you've thought about that, you need to call Brittany with Willow Window and ask about that, because she can sure come up with some plans for you too, and you can work together.
Yeah, we have a few, and if you have one already, we're happy to look at it. And we have a really great program that we use online that just kind of helps me modify house plans. If it's not something that you really like, we can change things around, and then you can look at it in 3D, and it just helps people make the best decisions. I love being able to see things beforehand. Sometimes just looking at a floor plan and trying to envision what that looks like is kind of hard, but if you can like create it where you can like feel like you're walking through it.
Yeah, and people can see and dream about it a little more.
Oh, well, maybe I don't really like the kitchen laid out like that after all. So
it's hard to envision things sometimes unless you can see it.
Yes.
Like you said, and that really helps. It looks like Jonathan and Brittany Norris are the Chip and Joanna Gaines locally.
Oh, no.
I put that pressure on her, but seriously, she's so good. They're both really good. And your decorating is just, I can't believe you didn't go to school for decorating, because I was like, it looks like somebody went to college and studied art design and everything, because you've got a knack for it.
It's just something I've always loved to do, like on my own, nothing I really sought after. And that's why I said it just kind of happened organically. And it's a blessing from God, whenever you get to do something that, you're designed for.
Yes.
And that you love.
Yeah.
Like, it feels great.
And that's, again, like you said, you like buying presents for people and stuff. That's like passing along the love that way too. Like when you create something they love, it's like the best feeling.
Yeah, you get to make something special for someone else and give it out and watch their face. I love that.
Well, coming up next, we're going to have a spoiler alert, and we'll also check out the news. You're listening to News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. A Pall Mall man has a $1 million bond following his arrest on Saturday for sexual exploitation of a minor. A TBI report says Pickett County authorities began investigating Wade Williams in April. A search of electronic devices uncovered hundreds of files containing child sexual abuse materials. The city of Cookeville broke ground on 2 new fire stations Friday. The stations will be located on Good Drive and North Washington Avenue. A city press release states that construction will take 18 months to complete. The Jackson County school system, one of 10 districts statewide to receive the exemplary district designation from the State Department of Education Friday. Van Buren County schools also included on that list. The designation based on various performance indicators, including student achievement and growth. That's the news from WHUB.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. The Tennessee Titans beat the Houston Texans 32-27 on Sunday for their 3rd win of the season. In a game that involved 4 lead changes, the Titans were able to secure a late victory. Leading 30-27, the Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud stepped out of bounds in the back of the end zone for a safety to give the Titans a 5-point lead with 1:13 to go. Will Levis threw for 278 yards and a score, while Tony Pollard ran for 119 yards and 1 touchdown in the win. Elsewhere in the NFL, the Green Bay Packers beat the 49ers 38-10. Vikings beat the Bears in overtime 30-27. Cowboys beat the Commanders 34-26 after Washington had a chance to tie it up at 27 with under a minute to play. And the Chiefs beat the Panthers 30-27. South Carolina women's basketball's 43-game win streak came to an end on Sunday after number 5 UCLA beat them 77-62 in Pauley Pavilion. The Gamecocks shot just 36% from the field in their first road loss since December of 2021. According to reports, Grant Williams of the Charlotte Hornets will miss the rest of the season after suffering multiple ligament tears in his right knee, including his ACL. Williams was averaging 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists per game this season. Tonight on UCR, the Upperman boys basketball team will get their season underway as they take on James Lawson out of Nashville. Tip-off is set for 6 o'clock on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. I'm Jacob Vinson. That was the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
The Fox Business Report is brought to you by Paul Winkler Incorporated, now with an office in Cookeville, creating confident investors. PaulWinkler.com.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Futures are climbing on Wall Street to kick off the shortened trading week, with markets closed on Thanksgiving, also closing early Friday. This as Wall Street comes off a winning week as the post-election rally picked up again. Some investors seeing President-elect Trump's nomination of Square Group founder Scott Bessent as Treasury Secretary as a sign the equity market will have a strong supporter, but others worry that putting a protectionist trade policy in place would hurt the market, and that Thanksgiving meal could actually cost you less than last year thanks to falling turkey prices and heavy promotions. The average cost per person inching down to $5.80 from over $6 last year, according to the latest survey from the American Farm Bureau Federation. And that's your Fox Business Report. I'm Lillian Wu, invested in you.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
We'll start the day dry, but eventually the rain will work in here by evening, and we'll see that with us through the overnight. Today, by the way, the warmest day of the probably next 10 days as we start a pattern change by week's end. Highs today in the mid to upper 60s. We'll see low 40s overnight. Mid-50s for Tuesday with sunshine, mostly cloudy on Tuesday night. Back into the low 20s. We'll see low to mid-50s on Wednesday.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila. On 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sheila Scruggs. Now, if you're wondering where Jason is, he is on vacation this week, deservedly so. He is seeing his grandbabies. They couldn't come up for Thanksgiving, so he is visiting them, so I'm glad he's getting to do that. Also, want to let you know about our weather. Our weather is going to be a little cloudy today. We may see some rain by the afternoon. A high today around 68. We've got 52 right now. Our guest this morning will be the Cookeville Mayor, Lauren Wheaton. She'll be in just after 7. Also, Jamie Lankford of Jamie's Eats and Sweets will be in at 7:30. And my co-host this morning is Brittany Norris from Willow Window. Good morning, Brittany.
Good morning.
We've been talking Thanksgiving and what we like. I'm surprised there's so many people that didn't like the cranberry sauce.
I know, but actually, the other day someone said that to me. So
they didn't like it?
That was their least favorite thing.
So I was thinking that maybe
they
just
also
don't
said
like
that they had never had it homemade. They were only basing it off the can.
I think that's what makes a difference. If it's homemade.
Yes.
Now out of a can, I still like it out of a can.
I do.
I mean, it gives you a little.
Some people
little
prefer it,
but I'd prefer the homemade than out of a can, but I'll take either. I'm not going to be stingy on that. Well, it's time for spoiler alert. We're going to find out what's on the TV and see what we can expect tonight. Jimmy Fallon, he has music by Glorilla. Don't know who that is. And T-Pain. I know T-Pain, but not know him, but know of him. Seth Meyers has comedian Jim Gaffigan. He just had a special on Hulu, I think. And I think Jim Gaffigan is one of the funniest comedians as far as family comedians because he doesn't do a lot of the bad words. And he talks about his kids a lot and his wife. And I just think he's funny. Monday Night Football tonight, Baltimore Ravens at Los Angeles Chargers. So they're going to be at LA. The Neighborhood is tonight on CBS. It's a funny show if you haven't ever seen The Neighborhood. Also, The Voice is back. It's on NBC. Get Millie Black is a series premiere, and that's coming up on HBO. Also, what to stream. There's some new things on Netflix. The Creature Cases, that's season 4 of it. Cold Case, Who Killed Jean-Benet Ramsey? That starts today on Netflix. Tsunami, Race Against Time. That's on Hulu, Disney Plus, and it's a limited series. On Acorn TV, TED, Transform Your Thinking. That's Transform Your Thinking. That's on Acorn TV. And a few other things, too. If you remember watching Love Connection, Chuck Woolery, the host of that, has passed away. He was 83, which I didn't think he was in his 80s yet. And in my mind, he'll forever be that Love Connection host and so charming and good looking. I hate to hear that he's passed. Also, Wicked, the musical adaptation starring Ariana Grande. It opened at #1 at the box office. Brittany, is that one you think you'll see?
I want to go see that. Yeah, it looks
I
good.
do too. I think
I'll enjoy it.
I'll wait till it streams, I guess, instead of on at the theaters. But
yeah, me too.
I think that's like such big excitement. They've got a Wicked line at either Target and I think Walmart too, and it's got a makeup line, a clothing line. It's like a really big deal for. I hope Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, who's playing the other main one on there, I hope they get part of all that, the monetary.
I'm sure they are.
I hope so, because that's really big. Yellowstone, Sunday's episode had some surprises, so I won't do a spoiler alert on that.
I'm behind. I didn't watch the last week either, so now I have two to watch.
It's pretty good, and you're thinking, what could come ahead to make the family is so mad at what happened on the original opening of the series. If you have not seen the other series that they're showing right after it called, I think it's it's got Billy Bob Thornton in it.
Jonathan said he watched 2 of the episodes, and he was enjoying it. He was
really
saying that
liked
maybe I wouldn't, so I don't know. We'll see.
It starts out a little slow.
He says it's a little saucy.
I think it's
Yellowstone is saucy.
Landman, I think, but he's like a
Landman.
Texas oil tycoon kind of thing. And he owns a lot of that, and he's the foreman for it, and then owns a lot of the, I guess, the oil pumps. I don't even know the right. It's so rich that I don't even know the right terminology for it. But I mean, Billy Bob Thornton to me is so funny anyway. Even when he's being serious, there's funny moments. I don't know how to explain. He's just such a dry sense of humor that I enjoy watching him. He's what kind of makes the show for me.
Yeah. And there's another big face in it, too. I remember, like, in the preview.
John Hamm.
Okay, yes.
And then Demi Moore is his wife on the
like,
show.
They picked a bunch of
really good actors on it. Yeah. Well, Jason Kelce, which is the brother of Travis Kelce, who's dating Taylor Swift. So this is his brother, not him. But his wife is expecting their 4th child. She's pregnant with another baby. So congratulations to Kylie Kelce and Jason Kelce. So that's that was spoiler alert on News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. So don't forget, coming up, we've got Mayor Lauren Wheaton. We're going to talk to her about the Christmas on the Square, and she's going to update us on some other things that are going on. And then Jamie Langford, this week's all about the turkey, let's be honest, all about Thanksgiving.
It's the holidays.
It is. And Jamie's always fun. She always comes up with her own recipes, too. So I want to know what she's going to have at her table.
Oh, yes.
Wouldn't that be fun to
I'm sure it'll be something creative. Like it probably won't be your normals. And if it is normals, it'll probably be spiced.
Yeah, I think so
like
too.
A little extra.
Ooh, I wonder if she makes her own spiced rum or something like that, or spiced hot apple cider.
I bet she does.
I bet she has her own recipe
Well, she's
for
been
that.
like all those places too to experience it in different countries. So
most definitely. Let's on this day in history. Let's see what's happened on this day in history. Do you guys remember the Michael Vick thing where he pleaded guilty to dogfighting in Virginia? The football player Michael Vick, he was charged and received a 3-year suspended sentence on this day back in 2008. That just seems like it was like a few years ago, but 2008. It's a little while back. In 1920, KTAW, a college station in Texas, broadcast the first play-by-play description of a football game. That was in 1920. How cool is that? Think of how far play-by-play has gone, too, to where
I know
we have Upper Cumberland Reporter that helps us out, and they always stream the games, and we have games of the week, and that's what started it, really, that little play-by-play in 1920. And the college that they were doing play-by-play of, it was between the University of Texas and Texas A&M. I would say big rivals there. Looks like on this day in history, in 2021, Peter Jackson's docuseries, The Beatles Get Back, premiered on Disney+. Now, I remember I got Disney Plus because I wanted to see that docuseries, and I was kind of disappointed in the docuseries. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't anything that I hadn't already seen in other docuseries.
I haven't seen it.
So, yeah, it's The Beatles Get Back, and that was in 2021. So, I guess some parts for me got really slow because I think it was 4 or 5 nights of it.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, hey, it's a little redundant.
Yeah.
but it was all right.
Drug it out a little.
It did, drug it out a lot. On this day in 2003, Michael Jackson launched a website to defend himself following allegations of abuse. The singer posted a message saying the charges were based on a big lie, and he wanted the horrible thing to go away, and he was going to be proven in court that all of it was false. And I don't think he ever was arrested on that. So maybe that website helped him. Who knows? And this day in 1984, the cream of the British pop world gathered in London to record the historic Do They Know It's Christmas? So you remember that song, Do They Know It's Christmas? It may have been before your time, Brittany.
If I heard it, maybe I know it, but I don't know it just by you saying it.
I think it was Band-Aid, the name of the band.
Yes, I know that. Yes.
Do they know it's Christmas? Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't want to sing it because I thought
I was
it's
going
too
to
early.
say, go ahead and give me some lyrics.
But
I know
mean,
that Band-Aid.
Bono, Duran Duran, Boy George, Sting, George Michael. There was so many folks in that. I think they had already done USA for Africa, and that's where they got the idea for this.
Okay.
Do they know it's Christmas? But it went on to raise over $13.6 million worldwide for children of Africa and those in need. So that's pretty awesome. So glad they did that one. So coming up next, we're going to talk about the real good. And we've got still the Ask Sheila questions. So I might ask Brittany those. Ooh, she didn't know that. She was looking shocked at that. So we'll see. Let me tell you, they're not easy, but they're just fun.
Okay, I'll do my best.
All right, that's coming up next on News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub on Good Morning Cookeville.
Hello, Upper Cumberland. This is Jesse Flowers, and if you're looking for a church of friendly, loving Christians that is striving to only follow the Bible in faith and practice, that encourages questions and searches the Scriptures to find the answers, a church where you won't get lost in the numbers but will be treated like family, then let me invite you to visit us at the Jerry Whitson Road Church of Christ. We're not perfect, but we are seeking to be like our perfect Savior. And be sure to join us every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. for our radio program, Words of Exhortation, right here on WHUB. May the Lord bless you as you serve Him and serve others.
Attention homeowners, feeling tired, suffering from watery eyes, fatigue, coughing, or headaches? The danger might be hiding right beneath your feet. Mold, the silent invader, could be spreading in your crawl space right now. 60% of homes have mold. 21% are affected by toxic black mold, putting your family's health at serious risk. Call the Crawl Space Kings at 931-742-1516 for a free mold inspection and free air quality test. Or visit thecrawlspacekings.com. Protect your home, protect your family before it's too late.
Hey, it's Jason here from Jason and Sheila on Good Morning Cookeville, and I'm sure you've heard by now, totally scared of the dentist. That's why I choose Hayes Family Dentistry in Cookeville. Dr. Kevin Hayes and Sandy Hayes, they take their time. They make sure their patients aren't in any pain whatsoever. Like they take extra careful time to make sure that you're comfortable while you're at the dentist. And they do it all for you, too. Hayes Family Dentistry, they offer everything you need to keep and restore your healthy, beautiful smile. They do general and cosmetic dentistry, dental implants, and of course, sedation dentistry, and so much more. Visit them at hayesdentistry.com. Hayes Family Dentistry. Dr. Kevin and Dr. Sandy right here in Cookeville. Go by and see them.
Hayes Family Dentistry, 931-526-1614. That's 931-526-1614 or 10th Street in Cookeville. Hayes Family Dentistry.
Disease, sickness, and injury are burdens for anyone, but especially when you have no one to help you. Be a blessing to a neighbor who is alone in the hospital and facing a health emergency. Learn more at CookevilleRegionalCharity.org.
Over 50 years and still going strong and growing. With American Way, you'll gain the knowledge and skills necessary to thrive in today's market. We provide realtors the tools they need to succeed, so this essentially adds up to success for the agents. If you are willing to work, we can make it happen for you. We also have a very family-oriented culture with a focus on productivity. Give me a call. I'm William Ball, 931-310-6291.
American Way Real Estate, 710 South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville.
Many of our U.S. veterans and service members face challenges. At the Bob Woodward Foundation, we invest in solutions to help support them in the next chapter of their lives. Learn more about our work at bobwoodwardfoundation.org/success.
Jason and Sheila. Good Morning Cookeville. 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub with Good Morning Cookeville. I'm Sheila Scruggs, and the co-host is Brittany Norris from Willow Window. She's with me as well. We're also streaming on the Hub Plus app on Roku and channel 192 and YouTube, and streaming on Facebook too. So we're everywhere. Thank you so much for either listening or watching us this morning. It is time for the real good. We always do positive stories and then pass it along to you. This one is talking about Pennsylvania. It said 17,000 pairs of socks not 17,000, 1,700 pairs of socks. 17,000 would be good, but 1,700 is good too. They are distributed to the homeless in Pennsylvania thanks to the hard work and imagination of students and staff who work with Penn Ridge School District. 11 schools got together to work on 2 local charity groups, Socks for the Streets and the Giving Tree. By making personal donations and inspiring donations from others in the community, 1,700 pairs of socks will be bundled with granola bars and a cheerful message from students and then delivered to those in need. One of the leaders at the school, David Thomas, he was so impressed by the enthusiasm of the students helping out and the impact the project had on others in the community. He said, every kid wants to do something. Just doing something as simple as collecting socks to help people who've never had a meal before, that they've never met, and they help them stay warm and also help with feeding them granola. So he said, that's a really cool thing in my mind. Yes, it is. So congratulations to the Penn Ridge School District. You are real good. Our second story has to do with some long-lost sisters who connect. Thanks to a DNA test and Ancestry.com, 2 half-sisters named Jessica and Nicole connected for the first time, and they found they had a lot in common. Jessica, whose mother was adopted and always has been curious about her family, she's the one that ordered the DNA test from Ancestry. Meanwhile, Nicole had already done a DNA test. She was checking her profile and one day was shocked to find that she had a new genetic match. Nicole reached out to Jessica on social media and eventually met in person. And while sharing stories about their lives, they discovered some amazing coincidences. Despite never meeting before, they somehow named their children after the other. Nicole named her daughter Jessica, and Jessica named her son Nicholas. It's kind of like the male version of Nicole. The name game continued as they learned that they both had the same middle name, Lenore, and Jessica named another son Michael, which is the name of their shared father. Jessica and Nicole now have this new connection, and it's very special to both of them. Nicole said she always wanted a sister, so finding Jessica just felt too perfect. Adding, I personally feel that the universe brought us together for a reason, and it was all a plan all along. And Jessica felt a deep connection from the moment they met. She said, we fit so easily together and could just talk for ages with each other. And I immediately felt like Nicole was a mini me. How cool is that? So congratulations to those long lost sisters for connecting. That's a real good story. So congratulations for that. Also, it's time for Ask Sheila, but today we're asking Brittany. Are you ready, Brittany?
I think so.
Are you ready, Britt? Let me find my little questions here. So I get to be a meanie like Jason. I say he asks hard questions and I can't get the answers because it's like it could be anything. This has to do with work. So the Ask Brittany question, the first one.
Okay.
According to a new poll, around 78% of us consider the time we spend doing this as our me time. What is it?
Like your lunch?
It is, well, that's a good question because that would be a good answer. That would be like me time. But it's actually the time commuting to work.
Oh, the commute.
But around here, I mean, a lot of people don't have a long commute to work, really. Maybe about 5 to 10 minutes.
How long is yours?
5.
Mine's 15. I like it, though. I mean, like if you're all by yourself in the car.
I do audiobooks or I do
podcasts.
Podcasts. I love podcasts. And that kind of helps you relax and just don't think of anything except the podcast and driving. You know, that's why I like it.
I like that part. Question
number 2. This was recently named the number 1 distraction for American workers. What is it?
Is it the phones?
That's a good one, too, because the phones keep ringing and then you can't finish what you've done.
No, get sidetracked real easy.
It's bothersome coworkers. There are some
questions?
that, yeah. Well, I think it's that just talk in general, because I don't mind someone asking questions, but like if they keep talking and you can't get your work done, That's kind of.
I feel like I probably do that to other people. Like I show up and start.
I've worked with Brittany before. She doesn't. You're a hard worker. 3 out of 10 people. This is the next question. 3 out of 10 people say they feel guilty when they do this. What is it? And this has to do with work.
Their vacation time.
They do. They feel guilty about asking to take off because they know somebody else has to fill in for them. Jason, Brittany's filling in for you.
I'm here. I'm covered.
But it is, yeah, I think everybody needs a vacation, though. Even Jason.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
You work hard for that. You shouldn't feel guilty.
And he gets up every morning so early. He's here even before me. So, yeah, he deserves that vacation. He does, and I think most people do.
You know, we're called to rest.
Yeah, that's right.
It's biblical. So
I love that, Brittany. Yeah, because let me tell you, I wanted to talk about that. This is what me and some other women are very impressed about with Brittany, and this is I'm not doing it to embarrass you, but you have good me time in the morning with your Bible and the Scripture.
I do, and I enjoy that so much. Like, I would rather get up at 4 just so I can have like an hour to sit with my coffee and do my devotional and then work out, and then I feel like I can give myself to everybody else because that's my me time.
Does it help kind of reset your day and kind of get you focused on the rest of the day?
I think it puts you in the right mindset. I mean, anytime that you connect, just get into your Bible. It doesn't have to be for a long period of time, but just starting your day like that in a prayer, I feel like that it's not something I've always done just in the past few years, but I think it is a game changer.
So how have you noticed a difference since you've started doing that and then compared to when you didn't?
Well, I mean, obviously, anytime that you spend time in the Word, it's going to project in your life. But I feel like the more that you know about God, the closer that you feel to God because you know His story. So I feel for me that that's just been one of the things that's happened over the past couple years is just getting to know the story, not just like bits and pieces that you've heard, in sermons or just the important, but the entire. So I'm on my second time going through the Bible right now. And
there's always things, even though you go back and you've read the story, there's always things you discover.
Yes. And then, I feel like, He reveals things to you at the right time also. So sometimes whenever you read things for the first time, maybe it wasn't supposed to stick that way until the next time.
You're supposed to go the path that he's helped you choose, and then you learn other things when you read through the same story even, which is amazing. But I think it's a way to meditate as well. You kind of meditate on what your day is going to be like and kind of what you see for your future, and this is the path I want to take.
It's just a reminder. It's a good refocus.
That's why I kind of wanted to bring that up because I really love that, and I know that could help other women as well, and men too. But just to kind of set in your thoughts. It feels
hard at first, but once you start doing it, like you'll crave it. Like in the morning, it's like exercise. Like that first few weeks of getting up early and doing the workout, it's like. But after you get consistent with it,
you feel like you need it, right?
Your body knows it's like this is what's good for me. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's almost like exercise for the mind anyway.
Oh, yeah. I do it more so the whole thing is for mental.
Yeah, most definitely. And then, of course, with you having the kids and everything, too, it kind of helps you. That is your me time before they wake up, right?
That's like the whole 1 hour of the day that I have just for me.
So that's when I thought of commuting, and that's what people say I'm thinking, I love the fact that you have that for yourself, too. And it's important. Mom needs to take care of herself.
Yeah, you got to carve that out and be intentional.
Well, coming up next, we've got our guests that will be in. The first guest will be Cookeville Mayor Lauren Wheaton. She's coming in just after 7. And then Jamie Langford, she owns Jamie's Eats and Sweets in Cookeville, and we'll be talking Thanksgiving and maybe some of the things that she has for sale for Thanksgiving as well. She's got pies and all kinds of goodies. So we'll talk to her at 7:30. You're listening to Good Morning Cookeville with Jason and Sheila, or Sheila and Brittany.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville. W299BY, 107.7 FM, and AM 1400, WHUB Cookeville.
The fighting may soon stop in Lebanon. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Israel's ambassador to the U.S. says a ceasefire deal with Iran-backed Hezbollah militants could be just days away to end fighting that's included deadly rocket fire into Israel and Israeli airstrikes that have killed numerous Hezbollah leaders.
Israeli media outlets are reporting Israel has tentatively agreed to a U.S.-backed proposal. According to reports, not all issues have been resolved, but Jerusalem has approved the main principles of the truce.
That's Fox's Ashley Strohmeyer. 3 arrests have been made in the United Arab Emirates in what Israel has condemned as an act of anti-Semitic terror. The killing of an ultra-Orthodox rabbi, Zavi Kogan, who went missing last week in Dubai. All 3 taken into custody in his death are Uzbek nationals. President-elect Trump's picked to be the next national security advisor. Republican Congressman Michael Waltz tells Fox News Sunday they'll focus on punishing adversaries who take hostages and stopping Russia's war in Ukraine.
We need to bring this to a responsible end. We need to restore deterrence, restore peace, and get ahead of this escalation ladder rather than responding to it.
This after Russia launched a new type of missile last week, days after Ukraine for the first time used American-provided long-range missiles to fire deeper inside Russia. A Boeing cargo plane being used for shipping giant DHL crashed this morning.
It skidded into a house after crashing a mile short of the airport at Vilnius, the capital of Lithuania. Security camera footage shows the aircraft descending rapidly out of sight before a fireball fills the night sky. 12 people on the ground were taken to safety. At least one member of the flight crew was killed.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. Some Americans will get a head start today on what's expected to be record Thanksgiving travel. About 80 million people going somewhere for the holiday. And this morning, President Biden will carry out a pre-Thanksgiving tradition, pardoning 2 turkeys at the White House. America's listening to Fox News.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to slow it down and get it going slower. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
President-elect Trump has chosen his cabinet for a second administration, but those nominees need Senate confirmation. And some face a lot of scrutiny, especially from Democrats, including former Fox News host Pete Hegseth, the Trump pick for defense secretary.
Hegseth has publicly said he does not favor men and women serving together in combat. Minnesota Democratic Senator Amy Klobuchar pointed out on ABC's This Week,
18% of our military is made up of women, when that is how we made our recruiting goals last year.
Illinois Democratic Senator Tammy Duckworth, a veteran wounded in combat, said on CBS Face the Nation Hegseth did serve and lead platoons, but
he never even commanded a company, and so this is a man who is inordinately unqualified for the position.
Hegseth did say women have a place in the military, but not in special operations and armor units. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Stocks could surge to start a holiday-shortened week. Dow futures up about 300 points. That's after Friday's record-high Dow close. On Sunday Night Football, Saquon Barkley ran into the history books, setting a new Eagles one-game rushing record.
And he's got it, and he's got more, and he's going to go all the way. What a night, what a season, what a player.
Barkley ran for 255 yards and 2 touchdowns, leading Philadelphia past the LA Rams 37-20 on NBC. The Eagles improved to 9-2. 2 other NFL teams also won, and they have even better records.
Is the Lions-Chiefs Super Bowl inevitable? On Sunday, the Lions routed the Colts 24-6, while the Chiefs got a field goal on the final play to clip Carolina 30-27. Detroit 10-1 for the first time since 1934. Kansas City 10-1 for the first time since 2020.
Fox's Tim McMaster. Minnesota also beat Chicago in overtime. Washington and Houston missed kicks that would have tied their games late, so the Commanders lost to Dallas. The Texans fell to Tennessee. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. A Pomo man has a $1 million bond following his arrest on Saturday for sexual exploitation of a minor. A TBI report says Pickett County authorities began investigating Wade Williams in April. A search of his electronic devices allegedly uncovered hundreds of files containing child sexual abuse materials. Putnam County authorities have identified a man who died Friday following a crash on I-40 in Cookeville. A THP report says William V. Baker suffered fatal injuries when he struck the rear of a vehicle near the Willow Avenue exit. And the city of Cookeville has approved a $1.5 million bid for relocating and upsizing storm and sanitary sewer at Spring Street and Walnut Avenue. The city estimates that contractors will begin the work in March. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Hey, I'm Sheila Scruggs, alone by myself. Not really. Jason is not with me this morning. He is on vacation this week. But Brittany Norris is co-hosting with me. She is with Willow Window and Willow Homes. And we also have the Cookeville Mayor, Lauren Wheaton.
Morning.
Welcome to the show.
I mean, I have just been in awe the entire time of the new setup and the new studio. This is absolutely beautiful. Yes, I love it.
So we are still on News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, but we are also streaming on YouTube.
Yes.
We're streaming on Facebook. We also have the Hub Plus Roku app that we're streaming on.
We're everywhere.
So we're trying to be everywhere.
Kind of a big deal now.
Oh, you don't listen, you don't watch? Well, here, you can find us everywhere.
You have no excuse now.
You have no excuse.
You have no excuse. We are everywhere. Yes.
Yeah.
Love it.
So I know there's so much going on for the holiday season, and there's going to be Christmas on the square too.
Yes, there's so much stuff going on. Yes. In fact, my husband joked this morning. He was like, oh, it's about to be December. We'll see Lauren in 2025. And I was like, yep, that's about right with the holiday season, with how things are. It's so busy. But for the city, we've got some great events coming up. We've got our Christmas tree lighting that happens on the 8th, not this Sunday, but the next Sunday. We kind of had to wait with Thanksgiving being so late. It was a little bit hard to get everyone back in town and do the tree lighting that first Sunday. So we are going to be doing it on the 8th at 6 p.m. It's in Dogwood Park. It's our new 40-foot Christmas tree. We actually ordered a new one last year, but they sent us the wrong one. And so we had to
wait.
We had to wait. I know. We're like, can we get our new one? And they said, yeah, you can get it in February. We were like, a little late. That's not going to work for us. So we used the old one last year. We made it work. It was gorgeous, but this is our new one. And so we're doing the tree lighting on the 8th. We've got the local children's choirs that are singing, which I love. That's my favorite. A bunch of the elementary schools come together. I think about 500 kids total that come and sing. So kudos to the teachers and all the grown-ups who bring the kids.
Oh, yeah.
And stay through the ceremony. Yes, so we've got them singing. We've got the Ballingers that are going to be singing. We have Santa who's going to be making an appearance. And then we light our Christmas tree. That starts at 6 p.m. And our Christmas tree, is set to music, and every hour on the hour, I think between 6 and 9, that does a music show and a light show with the tree. So that happens all holiday season. And then we've got our Christmas parade that's going to be coming up on the 14th. And I know Jason's been helping with that. And we're really excited.
He's been on the board.
He is, yes. Because he doesn't have enough to do. He messaged and was like, hey, I'd love to help. I was like, But okay, yes.
Like, I'm going to take you up on
I will
that.
take you, of course. And I was like, thank you so much. And of course, his background and some of his ideas. I've really been amazed how the community has come together and helped us, because this is our first year doing it. We've never done a Christmas parade. I might have ridden in one or two, but I have never put on one as either. So this is a new undertaking for the city. But I think it's going to be a really, really amazing community event happening.
Well, we definitely wanted the kids to be involved. We wanted the kids to have a Christmas parade.
I had a kid, actually, when I picked up my son the other day in carpool, this kid stuck his head in my window and said, "Hey, Mayor, are we having a Christmas parade?" And I said, yes, we are. And he was so excited. And I was like, that is why that we decided to do this, is because that kid was so, are we going to get to be in it? And I said, yeah, you're going to get to be in it. And he was so excited. So I was like, that's why we're doing it. Even though it's a huge undertaking for the city, I threw a whole other event on top of all the other things going on. So I cannot commend them enough for all the extra effort. Everyone just came together and said, yeah, we can do this. And here we are doing it.
That's so awesome.
Did you have any pushback from
Yes.
all the workers going, oh, I have another thing to do?
Not a bit. I will tell you, they looked at me a little funny. But no, they all were like, yeah, we can do this. Maybe they turned around and were like, this woman's crazy. But no, everyone has been like, yeah, we can make this happen.
I think it's great, and I'm so glad we're going to have one.
Same
and
here.
There were so many of the schools, that have their gymnastics, their band, and all of
dance
that.
team, cheer, Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, jump rope teams. There's so many. You don't realize how many little school activities there are until you start doing a parade. And so all these teams are signing up. So yeah.
And they're sad if they don't get to be a part of the parade.
Oh yeah. I mean, my daughter she was like, oh, I can't wait to be in the Christmas parade, for the dance team, because they always do it. And I was like, I don't want to tell her, we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So we did. We said, all right, let's do this.
They're going to remember that forever.
I
Those are
hope-
precious memories.
I will remember it too, because like I said, I've really seen this community come together and say, hey, we can do this. How can we help? And it's been awesome.
Well, you were talking about the new Christmas tree at Dogwood Park.
Yes.
Does it look different than the other one?
I have not seen it, to be honest. I think it has some of that, because we have the other decorations that go around. So I think it's kind of maybe got the same color scheme. I'm hoping, as women, that's very important to us, make sure everything matches. But I haven't seen it yet. So this will be the first time I get to see it too. So that'll be exciting. And what we're also doing, this is something that I started with our tree lighting, is we are doing a community food drive for the Pet Foundation.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I thought this was a great opportunity to not only have a great event for the community, but to take the opportunity to do something for the community.
Yeah.
And so through the Pet Foundation, we ask people who are coming to the tree lighting to bring a non-perishable food item. We'll have bins around the area that you can drop those off, and then we'll collect food for the local food pantries here at the schools. And so I really liked that opportunity to bring everyone together and then say, hey, by the way, if you can help out, let's help our local schools.
And
so we'll be doing that as well.
I think that's wonderful. It's just shocking to know how many have food insecurity in their household.
Unbelievable, right? I mean,
it is unbelievable.
Yeah, being mayor, I get to see some of those situations and be made aware of them, because a lot of times we're not, right? Like, we're just going about our day, doing our thing, because we're busy as well. And as I've been in this role and learned these things, it's shocking that right here in Cookeville, the amount of kids that are considered homeless. That doesn't mean they're living in the streets. They're living in hotels and cars and things like that. These are kids that my kids are going to school with. And these are kids that, they go home on the weekend, and the last meal they had was lunch Friday at school. So the fact that we get to take this time to really help with, like the Pet Foundation, they do the backpack program. They help those kids make sure they help with housing and other things like that. So being able to partner with them to do this is what Christmas is really about.
And I know we have a lot of new folks to the area. The backpack program provides food in the backpacks as well.
Yeah, they take it home, because again, a lot of kids, that last meal they have is at lunch on Friday, and they don't eat anything until they come back to school on Monday. Right? Can you imagine?
I mean, that's just piercing every time I hear that and you think about that. And it's like
that's
5-year-olds.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they go home. I mean, I've got a 9-year-old boy, and he eats every 2 hours. I can't imagine. And so, we have those local organizations here that do that take care of kids in the Upper Cumberland, elderly in the Upper Cumberland. There's so many great nonprofits around here. So being able to partner with the Pet Foundation to help out during this time is just, one little thing that we can do.
And how would they even think of concentrating on a test or on their schoolwork if their tummy's growling.
Right. No, I mean, think about when we're hungry. I know as an adult, I get hangry.
I get hangry.
Very hangry. Yeah, and you've got a kid like that. So you hate that there are programs like that because we have a problem like that. But then at the same time, you're so grateful that we do have things like that help the kids around here. So that's, again, what the Christmas spirit is about, is being able to give back to others. And so finding ways to do that through our events, like the Christmas tree lighting, is something I'm really proud of.
I am too. I think it's a great thing for our community, and then to give back too on top of that.
Exactly.
We'll continue talking to Mayor Lauren Wheaton, the Cookeville mayor, of course. There's lots of mayors around. This is the Cookeville mayor.
Yes, there are. Yep.
And Brittany Norris. We'll all be back on Good Morning Cookeville in just a moment.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Now, if you're selling your home, I only recommend one real estate agent right here in town. I'm talking about Heather Skender Newton with Skender Newton Realty. In fact, you can get an instant cash offer on your home. Just go online, heathersellshouses.com.
Black Friday starts today at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. We're offering 1.9% APR financing for 60 months on all 2024 Ford F-150s, Escapes, and Expeditions. Plus, make no payments for 90 days when you buy almost any new Ford or Lincoln. Want to make your money go further? We are offering to double your down payment up to an extra $2,000. Come see us, 1600 Interstate Drive, or visit us online anytime at FordLincolnofCookeville.com.
Willow Window is your go-to destination for all your window needs. At Willow Window, we specialize in providing top-quality windows that not only enhance the beauty of your home, but also improve energy efficiency. Our wide selection includes a variety of styles, colors, and materials that suit every taste and budget. Visit Willow Window at willowwindow.pro or call 946-3691. Visit the friendly, experienced team at the new Willow Window showroom at 310 Newman Drive in Cookeville. Willow Window is the name you can trust.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value for your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
So the FBI, they call it house stealing. I've been telling you about this for over a year. It is a huge problem. If you own a home, if you own any real estate, it is crucial you protect your property and your equity from these criminals. Now, I've arranged for you, my listeners, to have 50% off Home Title Lock's triple lock protection. Now, you will immediately be protected. You'll get 50% off when you use the promo code Hannity. That's HometitleLock.com, promo code Hannity. That's HometitleLock.com.
1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Morning Cookeville.
Jason and Sheila. Good Morning Cookeville.
We have Cookeville Mayor Lauren Wheaton with us, and my co-host today is Brittany Norris from Willow Window. We're talking to both of these ladies this morning. Now, I really wanted to ask about the new Willow's shops that is off of Willow, just by I-40.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it's coming, but we don't know what's coming yet.
We don't know. So this was an opportunity, a piece of land that a developer wants to develop, obviously. And so there's lots of things that could still happen between now and then. But what the city did do last week at our city council meeting was we approved to give it was kind of called a grant, but it's not really a grant because it's coming from us, but to help with infrastructure cost for this development. So the city and the county both decided to combine $2.75 or is it 2.3? 2.75 or 2.3? I can't remember right now. Sorry, it's still early. But we're splitting that cost to help with the development of the Willow Shopping Center. Now, what's going to be in there, we have no idea. And this still all, like I said, has a lot of way to go before anything comes to fruition. But this is the city saying, hey, we do want to see this happen. We do want to be a part of it. And we can help by, instead of doing a TIF or a pilot where the development comes in and they don't go on the tax roll, we don't get that property tax income or the sales tax income that comes in. This is something that we go ahead, help build it, give the money up front, and then the deal is that once one of the big anchor stores, which we don't know what those are yet, there's been a lot of speculation, obviously, but we haven't had any confirmation. So I will not be saying anything until I'm walking through those doors. But once one of those big anchor stores is open and stocked for a full day, then we give them hand that money over through the IDB, and then we have an amazing shopping center. So the plan is to have, big anchor stores, and then there's going to be some other opportunities for some out parcel buildings, some smaller shops and things like that. So it's going to be if everything happens, it's going to be a really cool shopping center. But all we've done right now is said that, hey, if this does happen and everything goes through, the city is willing to partner with the county to help with infrastructure, because there's going to need to be some improvements over there, obviously, on Green Gable Road and on Willow, which is a state highway. So we'll have to have TDOT come in and help. But this is just kind of us saying, as a community, city and county, we see an opportunity to have something really cool here, and we'd like to see it happen, and this is how we're helping.
This setup sounds a lot like what they've done in Mount Juliet a little bit.
Yeah, you've got your shops over there. I mean, a great little shopping center right there off the interstate. We are considered the hub city. We have everyone who comes here and shops. And again, I always remind people, those local sales tax dollars are the ones that come back that we get, and then we get to do great things for our city. That's how our city, we are based off of, our biggest revenue source is sales tax income. That's what we use to keep this city going. And so being able to have big projects like that come into the city, it really is just a win-win for everyone.
I know that we've waited so long for a Target. We're not confirming if that's what it is. We don't even know.
We have no
I don't even
idea
think
what's
Mayor
gonna
Wheaton
happen.
knows if that's what it is
Nope,
or not.
Like I said, when I walk through the door, then I'll know what's really going to be there.
But I think, why they've been delayed so long in coming here, which we don't know if it's, if we don't know if that's them, but they don't realize just how many of the surrounding areas, if we build it, they come.
And we do. We have some really cool retail strategy groups that come to Cookeville, and they show us, hey, here's who's coming to Cookeville. Here's who's shopping. Here's what they're shopping for. Here's how long they're staying. Here's what shopping areas they're going to. So we have a lot of that information now, a lot of that data, so that when big companies come look to Cookeville, we can say, hey, look, we got 100,000 people coming in on the weekends to come shopping. We've got the people. We've got the the way to make it happen. It's just a matter of who's the right fit for us now, and that's what we're trying to decide. But we are definitely opening up the opportunity to say, hey, we've got an area that would be really cool for some development. Who wants to come in?
And you were talking about
the perfect area in between
Yeah.
Nashville and Knoxville without people having to go to the big cities.
Right.
Like there's so many, whenever you go towards Kentucky or you go towards Chattanooga, all those small towns, and they have to travel so far. And I mean, even us, over an hour just to get to Nashville.
Right. Yeah, we're right here. You've got I-40 and 111. That's something that I've always talked about, Cookeville being a great location for things, because we are. We're right between Nashville and Knoxville. We've got I-40, 111. You can get to us easily. And again, Cookeville is growing. We know
and we're
it's
a college
growing.
city.
Yeah, we're a college town. I mean, Nashville is only an hour-ish away. I mean, so we really are, like I said, the growth that's happening, we're excited about it. We want to make sure it's the right type of growth. And so that's why we are. We're very strategic about who comes in here, who wants to put their roots down in Cookeville. We want to make sure it's a company, anybody who's going to invest in Cookeville, make sure they're paying attention to our local economy as well. And so, it's going to be, whatever's going to be there is going to be great.
Most definitely. And then you were talking about working with the infrastructure. We do. I mean, already there's a backup a lot around that area of I-40.
Yeah.
So this may be a blessing in disguise. I know people have to be patient, because when we're working on something, it takes
Growing
months,
pains,
if
that's
not
what I
years.
call them. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it will be better in the long run.
It will, I think. There's always, and when you have an opportunity to cost share, to not have to take the full burden of the financial burden of doing the infrastructure projects, where you can share it with the developer and with the county. I mean, how do you not jump at that? And so this is another opportunity that presents itself, where we say, hey, we can give this amount of money and get the return on investment is huge of what we can get if this actually happens. And so, but there's there's infrastructure needs over there. So this is kind of a great way to go ahead and segue into it. Say we've got this development that hopefully is coming in. We can go ahead and improve this area and work with everyone, and hopefully it'll be a really great thing.
I think it will be.
Just be patient with us.
Please be patient.
Yes, if this goes, be patient. I promise it'll be worth it. But
well, I know we were talking about the 30th, 11:30, November 30th will be Small Business Saturday.
Small Business Saturday. In fact, the city, we actually do a proclamation every year proclaiming Saturday Small Business Saturday because, again, those local tax dollars, that is what keeps this city going. And not only that, the local businesses, that is what makes Cookeville so unique. I love, Restaurant Row is great. I love having that over there. But I always say, drive a little bit farther in and you'll see what really makes Cookeville so unique. And it's all of our local businesses, like like Willow Window, people who they are in this community. You see their signs, you see this stuff everywhere because they are part of the community. I mean, it's just what these local businesses do. And so I really want to emphasize supporting those small businesses. That is what makes Cookeville so unique and cool. And so make sure on Saturday, go out and shop. There's going to be a really wonderful event on the square that the county's putting on. They're going to have their own little Christmas event to keep supporting that. So if you're looking for stuff to do in Cookeville over the Christmas season, you got plenty going on.
There's always so many things that you and the county keep coming up with to make us, appreciate where we are here. So there's always things to do that we don't have to travel that far.
Really, no. I mean, because quality of life is a really important thing around here. That's something that I think, again, being a mom with small kids, having things to do. And so quality of life is a huge priority of mine. And that is having fun, events to go to and things that make Cookeville unique and having people come to Cookeville, check it out. And then, we always say going back home because we got a lot of things going on here in Cookeville. But yeah, we, both Mayor Porter and I both make sure that we've got, and even the other surrounding cities, they've got their parades and things like that. So the whole Upper Cumberland, Putnam County, we've really got the Christmas spirit, I feel like. That's
what I love, though. I love that we've got everybody involved, and I think there's so many people that try to catch all the parades. They're traveling.
Mayor Porter, he has to go to all. I'm like, look, I only got one. You got to go to all of them. But I've had so many people say, last year with the tree lighting, someone came up to me and was like, "This was like a Hallmark Christmas movie," and I've never watched one, so I don't.
Never watched a Hallmark.
Girl, I know. I can't. Give me my old classic white Christmas. Christmas
I love
Vacation.
Those too. I love those too,
but I've never watched one. No, but everyone says apparently the things we do around here are like a Hallmark Christmas movie. So maybe this year I'll have to watch one.
Yeah, you need to.
I need recommendations.
And it'll give
There's
you
so
ideas.
many.
It'll give you ideas.
Okay. Oh, you're right. It probably will.
It'll be
Okay.
good content.
I'm gonna start watching.
It's mainly how they decorate their towns too.
I'll get some decorations I did. This is research based only.
Research.
This is why I'm watching.
Yeah.
I mean, we could strive to be in one of the top Christmas towns. There's top 50 Christmas towns that you can go to in the United States. If we get Franklin's on it.
Is it really?
In Granville.
They have a Charles Dickens thing on the
all right, we gotta step up my game.
They dress up.
Right.
All right. They dress up. It's a big thing.
We gotta get it. We gotta get it.
Now we gotta get on this list.
No, there's one more thing on your list.
Hey, city employees, y'all got anything else you do?
Goals.
I know, right? Yes. Okay.
We may make it this year.
Always striving to be better. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes. Like I said, other people are like, "What in the world?" But no. Okay. Didn't know this.
But think of the blessing it is. That's a free event.
Yes.
That people can go and have a special experience without spending a bunch of money.
Mm-hmm. And again, because it's the experience. That's what people look for these days. Is they look
Most
for the
definitely.
experience. That's what people want is to make those memories and take those Instagram pictures, of course. But yeah. So, and I think we've already got some really great things that happen. But apparently, we gotta step up our game.
We can dress up.
we can dress up. Yes. Yeah.
Well, good job.
Putting everyone in costumes now. Here we go. Next step.
Mayor Lauren Wheaton, thank you so much for taking on the parade, too. We've got the parade.
I'm excited about it.
Mayor Lauren Wheaton, Cookeville's Mayor Wheaton. So thank you so much. And coming up next, we've got Jamie Langford from Jamie's Eats and Sweets. She'll be coming in a little after 7:30. We'll have the news here in just a moment, and then we'll be back on Good Morning Cookeville.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. A Pall Mall man has a $1 million bond following his arrest on Saturday for sexual exploitation of a minor. A TBI report says Pickett County authorities began investigating Wade Williams in April. A search of electronic devices uncovered hundreds of files containing child sexual abuse materials. The city of Cookeville broke ground on 2 new fire stations Friday. The stations will be located on Good Drive and North Washington Avenue. A city press release states that construction will take 18 months to complete. The Jackson County school system, one of 10 districts statewide to receive the exemplary district designation from the State Department of Education Friday. Van Buren County schools also included on that list. The designation based on various performance indicators, including student achievement and growth. That's the news from WHUB.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. The Tennessee Titans beat the Houston Texans 32-27 on Sunday for their third win of the season. In a game that involved 4 lead changes, the Titans were able to secure a late victory. Leading 30-27, the Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud stepped out of bounds in the back of the end zone for a safety to give the Titans a 5-point lead with 1:13 to go. Will Levis threw for 278 yards and a score, while Tony Pollard ran for 119 yards and 1 touchdown in the win. Elsewhere in the NFL, the Green Bay Packers beat the 49ers 38-10. Vikings beat the Bears in overtime 30-27. Cowboys beat the Commanders 34-26 after Washington had a chance to tie it up at 27 with under a minute to play. And the Chiefs beat the Panthers 30-27. South Carolina women's basketball's 43-game win streak came to an end on Sunday after number 5 UCLA beat them 77-62 in Pauley Pavilion. The Gamecocks shot just 36% from the field in their first road loss since December of 2021. According to reports, Grant Williams of the Charlotte Hornets will miss the rest of the season after suffering multiple ligament tears in his right knee, including his ACL. Williams was averaging 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists per game this season. Tonight on UCR, the Upperman boys basketball team will get their season underway as they take on James Lawson out of Nashville. Tip-off is set for 6 o'clock on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. I'm Jacob Vinson. That was the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
The Fox Business Report is brought to you by Paul Winkler Incorporated, now with an office in Cookeville, creating confident investors. PaulWinkler.com.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The trial, which could determine the future of Google's online ad empire, drawing to a close, with the Justice Department and Google making closing arguments over whether the tech giant's online advertising technology constitutes an illegal monopoly. U.S. District Judge Leonie Brinkema in Alexandria, Virginia, will decide the case and is expected to issue a written ruling by the end of the year. The Justice Department contends that Google built and maintained a monopoly in open web display advertising, which are those rectangular ads that appear on pages when users browse websites. Google's attorneys have argued the company doesn't make money off of Chrome, which is not licensed, and that in ways it supports rivals like Firefox. And Bath & Body Works stock soaring after an earnings beat and raised guidance. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Lillian Wu, invested in you.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
We'll start the day dry, but eventually the rain will work in here by evening, and we'll see that with us through the overnight. Today, by the way, the warmest day of the probably next 10 days, as we start a pattern change by week's end. Highs today in the mid to upper 60s. We'll see low 40s overnight. Mid-50s for Tuesday with sunshine, mostly cloudy on Tuesday night. Back into the low 20s. We'll see low to mid-50s on Wednesday.
Good morning, Cookeville.
1077 and 1400 The Hub.
Hey everyone, Jason is actually on vacation this week. I'm Sheila Scruggs and I've got guest hosts with me. Brittany Norris with Willow Windows, one of my guest hosts, and also our guest this morning, Jamie Langford with Jamie's Eats and Sweets. Hi, Jamie.
Good to see you guys.
I'm so glad that you're here with us. I know this is the first time in the studio at Willow Window.
Yes, and it is gorgeous in here.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with the space.
I'm proud of it.
And then, of course, coming up Thursday is Thanksgiving, so I thought you would be a great guest to have on talking about Thanksgiving. You've been all about Thanksgiving on your social media and at Jamie's Eats and Sweets. You can take a full order for Thanksgiving, or you did. I don't know if you can now.
No. So, we cut off orders for Thanksgiving on Saturday. But so far this year, we've done more than we've ever done for Thanksgiving. So we actually catered a full Thanksgiving meal last week. We sent out 90 pies last week. We're still doing pies this week. We're going to have some extras in the case, hopefully. So if you needed a last minute pie, pumpkin roll, things like that, the plan is to have those in the case. But if you follow our Facebook page, you can see all that information there.
So will you be closed Thursday and Friday, or?
So we're doing something crazy this year. We're going to see how well it works for me. But so all the boutiques downtown actually do what's called a midnight power hour.
I've seen that.
And so we're actually going to be open for while everybody's in line for the midnight power hour. So we're going to open up Thanksgiving night at 8 p.m. and we're going to go 8 p.m. to midnight.
That's so smart.
Yeah. We're going to see how it goes. I know Soulcraft and I will be open as far as being open ahead of time. And so we're going to have coffee, we're going to have hot chocolate, we're going to have breakfast burritos, we're going to have some fun little sweet things that'll help keep you warm while you're outside, because I hear it's supposed to be cold. So that's what we're going for. And then we'll be closed Friday, and then we'll be back open small business Saturday.
Well, you think about it, and folks are itching to do something Thanksgiving evening.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times. So that is a brilliant promotion right there.
You get two types of people. You got the ones that are just taking a huge old nap. We're all sleeping off the carbs.
That's usually the afternoon nap for me, and then I'm ready to go that evening.
See, I love that for you. I usually hit the afternoon nap, and I'm see you tomorrow. But yeah. So I always feel you have either the afternoon nap people or the people that are let's go do something right now. So
that's right.
Or they nap and then they're ready.
Yeah, like Sheila.
And to stay up till midnight.
Yeah.
Instead of getting up really early to go shopping.
And my schedule's all out of whack, Thanksgiving to the next Monday.
What day
We're all going to be messed up till Monday. Yeah. It's fine. But that's what, I don't know. I'm excited. I know a lot of the boutiques are going to have different giveaways and things like that too. So I think it'll be cool. Fun little Black Friday on the west side.
So we were wondering too, what Jamie has on her Thanksgiving table.
So I always tell people that depends on where I'm at.
Yeah.
Because we got the two families now. So if you go back to Hopkinsville, where all of my family is, you'll see turkey. There's always dressing. Mashed potatoes are a must, and mac and cheese is a must. Basically, there's not a night family get together that doesn't have mashed potatoes and mac and cheese. If you're missing those two things, somebody is mad.
Who are you mad at? You don't have mashed potatoes. What's going on, right?
Somebody's saying something. There's always deviled eggs.
Oh, yeah.
There's always green bean casserole. There's always lima bean casserole.
Oh, I
haven't heard of lima bean casserole.
Y'all, let me tell you about lima bean
casserole. And I love lima beans.
I love lima beans, too.
So, you take, essentially, flour, butter, a little bit of milk, and you make a roux. And then you take that, and you add in the, Velveeta cheese, pimentos, and then you add in, the limas. It's got to be baby limas. You mix those in, and then you, put all of that into, a casserole dish. Take that. Put that in the oven, heat it all back up, get it all nice and warm and happy so it's all bubbly. And then you take crushed Ritz crackers and butter, pour that on top, get those toasty.
Yum.
Good to go.
You need to make that and bring it here so we can try it.
Oh, absolutely. Done deal.
It's the Ritz crackers and butter for me.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
You had me at Velveeta.
Yeah.
So
and baby limas. I mean, it's all delicious sounding.
It's so good. That's been one of my favorite dishes that my grandma has made forever.
Aw.
And so she always I think I'm one of the only people that still eat it at Thanksgiving dinner, but she makes it for me every time.
Of course she does, because you're Jamie. Do you guys have turkey and ham, both, or one or the other?
Yes. Last year we actually had turkey, and then we had honey ham, and then we had a smoked ham that wasn't a sweet ham, but it was just a salty ham. So we had two different types of ham and a big old turkey.
All of it sounds delicious. So dressing or stuffing?
So
or none.
They do a stuffing.
Oh,
inside the
really?
burger.
Oh, yeah. No, not like.
Dressing's a side
Dressing.
dish. Stuffing's in
Okay, I was about to say, I was like, you guys got me messed up. I don't know what dressing and stuff. Okay. So it's on the side.
Okay.
But they add turkey and stuff to it.
Okay, I got you. So it's a side dish.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of it, so it's never been one of those things that I'm
Gotcha.
like.
So
That's
do
why
they
you
bake
don't
it?
remember it as
Yeah.
much.
It's so bad.
Is it baked or?
Yeah, it's baked.
They do bake it.
Yeah, I know. Like, so Paula, who's my grandma, she goes through and she puts white bread and cornbread in there.
Okay.
And then it has to have a bunch of sage and it has to have a bunch of poultry seasoning. That's like her two things. And then there's like eggs and
The turkey. Like, is it
Yeah,
the
the
turkey?
turkey.
Is it the turkey that like they make the stock with, or like from the actual turkey?
it's like from the actual turkey, but she'll use like the gizzards and stuff and
Okay.
put that in with it. That's what she does, unless my mom's there, and then she'll like put it like to one side because my mom's like, leave it out. So everybody has their opinion on Thanksgiving, man.
It is. Everybody's got their favorites.
It's hard to please everyone.
I know.
Are you a homemade cranberry relish girl or the can? What?
Or relish or sauce, because
Yeah.
they're different.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing cranberry sauce, I go through and I'll take like the can, but I'll like jazz it up. So I'll take it, put it on the stove, like cook it back down again, and then add like a little bit of like a little bit of pineapple, a little bit of like orange or like lemon to like brighten it back up.
That sounds good, Jamie.
It's a good time. So
You
that's what
you took out the whole step of having to like cook the cranberries forever.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You just pull the can out, make
And
your life
then-
just a little bit easier. There's
I
enough
know,
stuff.
'cause I'm always like the cranberries and the orange juice and the cinnamon stick and then the thyme.
Yum.
And
That
all
sounds
the
great,
things.
too, though.
It's like, but then you gotta wait till it gets the right sugary, all the sugars in it too.
And then the whole house smells so
That
good.
is the best part.
You put a cinnamon
it
stick in
smells.
there.
Have you guys ever had persimmon tea?
No, but I've had a persimmon before, not persimmon tea.
So, okay, so we did the Korea dinner on Friday. And one of the things we did was like a Korean persimmon tea. So it had dried persimmons, it had cinnamon sticks, it had a little bit of sugar, and it had like freshly chopped up ginger. And you just let it like sit and
That
simmer.
sounds delicious.
And I just put it in the crock pot and let it go. Y'all, it was one of the best teas I've ever had. And it made the whole cafe smell so good.
I bet.
So
Persimmons are good anyway. I grew up with a persimmon tree behind my house, and my sister and I were so hooked on those persimmons. So that I can imagine what that tea tastes like.
it was good. So that's another one. That's what we're
that
adding
on
to
your
our
menu
holiday
now?
dish. I think we're going to be making it. I've got all the stuff to make it at the cafe. So it's probably going to be like what we're going to be running with for like the rest of the holiday season.
So was that your last trip around the world? Kind of. What did you I always make up the name of that trip around the world?
So it's the Food Around the World series.
Food around the world. So I was close.
You were pretty close, yeah. But yeah,
So is
was
that your
one.
last one this year?
No, we've actually got Germany coming up. We have 2 nights of Germany because we sold out of the first one.
Oh wow.
So we've got a couple seats left for the other one. And so it's December 6th and December 13th that we've got those coming up. And Olivia, who is on our staff, who is German, whole family's German, we essentially were like, run with it. And so she's just going to town. And so she's pulled her Oma in to help with her. And so like they've gone through and like planned the whole thing. And her Oma's even gonna like be there to talk about some of the different dishes and like why they're special to their family and stuff like that. So I'm super excited about it. It's gonna be great.
That's great. Yeah, I love the stories behind it too. So you've not only got the food and the culture, but you've got a story to tell with it. So that's going to be extra special.
It's gonna be so good. I'm ready.
So when we come back, we're going to talk more with Jamie Lankford with Jamie's Eats and Sweets and find out more about the holidays coming up and what she has in her store, plus what she has on her table too. That's always fun on Good Morning Cookeville.
Hey folks, this is Paul Winkler. One of our clients said something interesting about why he chose us. He said the financial advisor he had worked with up to this point in his life wasn't the one to get him through retirement. Is that you? You've made it this far, but you recognize you don't get a do-over when you're actually in retirement. It's not too late to feel confident about your financial future. The first step is easy. Set up a phone consultation or in-person meeting with any of our offices by calling us at 615-851-1950 or just go to paulwinkler.com.
And now located in Cookeville.
Hey, Golden Eagle fans, join us for an action-packed day at the Hoop on Wednesday, November 27th at 1 p.m. as our Tennessee Tech men's team takes on Presbyterian. Watch your Golden Eagles battle it out on the court and help them secure another home win. Don't miss a moment of the action. Get your tickets at the ticket office or visit ttusports.com. Let's pack the Hoop and make this season unforgettable. Wings up!
Hey guys, it's Philip Gibbons for Carlin Chevrolet. Aren't you tired of being sold a car by the other guys? And once you leave the lot, the dealership acts like they don't even know you anymore? Well, at Carlin Chevrolet, they're not in the business of just selling cars. They're in the business of making you family by having the #1 customer service in the Upper Cumberland for over 10 years and lifetime oil changes. Carlin Chevrolet on the corner of Spring and Willow or carlinchevrolet.com. Carlin Chevrolet. Up front. Honest home.
Willow Window is your go-to destination for all your window needs. At Willow Window, we specialize in providing top-quality windows that not only enhance the beauty of your home, but also improve energy efficiency. Our wide selection includes a variety of styles, colors, and materials that suit every taste and budget. Visit Willow Window at willowwindow.pro or call 946-3691. Visit the friendly, experienced team at the new Willow Window showroom at 310 Newman Drive in Cookeville. Willow Window is the name you can trust.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE. Dinovite. It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out. Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
William is one of millions of Americans who uses GoodRx to save on the cost of their prescriptions.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on 5 different medications. It adds up at the end of the month. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx save you a lot of money. Saving that extra $200-300 a month. We're able to do all these extra activities, so it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com and start saving today. GoodRx user compensated for their time. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
And I am sitting with Brittany Norris. Thank you so much, Brittany, for filling in for Jason today and being my co-host. And also wanted to thank our engineer, Mike, who has been running the board for us and doing all the camera angles. And of course, he makes everything run every day anyway at the radio station. So thanks to him. Then Jamie Langford from Jamie's Eats and Sweets is here.
Hey.
So you were taking orders for Thanksgiving. And were you just taking orders of pies, or were you doing a full-fledged Thanksgiving dinner for folks?
Sheila, so as far as like orders for that we were actually doing for just Thanksgiving, we were going through and we actually had rolls that we were doing for the first time this year, which were actually part of the Food Around the World dinner series from Croatia that we all fell in love with. So we were like, well, let's just do these rolls for Thanksgiving. And so we had people order those. We do our pumpkin rolls that we do. We had the pies, but actually the week before Thanksgiving, which I guess was last week, we actually had people go through and order like a full like Thanksgiving meal catering. And so for like the first time ever, I was like doing turkey in the cafe, like cooking whole turkeys, going through, cutting those up. We did the Croatian rolls for that one again. We made stuffing. We went through and did the cranberry sauce that we were talking about earlier. We had mashed potatoes, green beans, all of that. And we had those packed up and like with a whole cookie tray that we actually took and delivered over at Leslie Town Center last week.
Oh, wow.
And so it was like a whole thing. And so we had all of that on top of like the other pie orders we were doing last week. And then we also had a Vol State order that we were doing last week for like international food. So like last week was insane.
And that was all in Jamie's Eats and Sweets kitchen?
All of that was in Jamie's Eats and Sweets kitchen.
How do you do that and do your daily stuff too that you're prepared for lunch? She has lunch too at Jamie's Eats and Sweets.
A lot of willpower and a little bit of magic, I think.
And that's off of Broad
Hard
Street.
work. That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
that
it's a lot.
is.
You're on Broad Street, like right across, if you know where Crawdaddy's is, she's right across the street.
Yeah, just look for the pink door if you're looking for us. 50 West Broad Street. We're open Monday through Saturday. But yeah, so it was all just within that little spot. We had the 2 ovens rolling pretty much like from start to finish every single day last week.
And even when she puts bacon on things, it's not regular bacon.
No, it's good. It's thick.
It's thick cut bacon.
It's
But
really
it's even a brown sugared bacon.
No, actually, it's not.
Well, it's not?
No, it's
It
not
gets,
brown sugared
like,
bacon.
caramelized. So
Yeah.
No, it's
I don't know
really
what
nice.
she does something special with it.
It is.
Can't tell the secret, huh? You'd have to kill me.
Yeah, pretty much, sorry.
Let the secret out. But I mean, that takes a lot just to make all of that.
Yeah.
Just your bacon.
Just
let
bacon.
alone a turkey dinner.
Yeah.
And our soups, new soups every
Yeah,
day.
all new soups. That's what we actually went through and took like some of that turkey and like made it into like a whole turkey soup last week. But it was like a turkey soup inspired by like the Indian suji toast that we had also made. So it was like all the ingredients that you'd put in the suji toast added in with the turkey, and it created this like nice like warm like peppery soup, and it was so good.
And it was just turning cold last week too, so that hot soup, that's when everybody craves soup. But I've never had a soup that tastes like yours. I mean, any time she has soup, get it, because you can have a little bit of soup with the sandwich too.
Yeah.
And you've got a special like turkey sandwich going on.
Well, so.
Or
we've got like a ham sandwich going on right now.
Okay, sorry.
So no, you're good. So we've got like a ham sandwich. You can basically substitute the chicken that we have for any of the sandwiches with ham right now.
Gotcha.
We're also doing what's called like a ham and beurre, which is super simple sandwich. It's literally just ham and butter on a sandwich, but it's a whole French thing. But it is so good, and it's better than you think it would be. But yeah, so we've been doing that one, and then we can also do like a club with like the chicken and the ham and the bacon and everything. So we've got a lot of that going on. We've got the soups going on, and then we also have our salads that we do all the time. So like we can do like any of the chicken on salads. I don't know. We did go through and take all of the turkey that we had been doing on our menu and swapped it for a house roasted chicken recently.
That's what it was. Yeah, you did have like a turkey bacon thing going on, but you did switch it with chicken, which is great.
Yeah, and so all that chicken's like prepared in-house, and then we go through and like thin slice it for all the sandwiches. Like we start off with like a chicken breast and slice it fresh for each sandwich.
So juicy and
it's so
delicious.
It is so good.
But yeah, so that's been a fun change for us. It's been allowed us to kind of like mess with things a little bit more. And I think overall it's just kind of elevated our menu a little bit too. So like if you haven't been to eat lunch in a while, I think it's a good time to come back.
And you have the best salads, no joke. I love the Greek salad that you have. The artichoke hearts are in that. If you guys are like me, you like artichoke hearts and olives.
Olives, red onion.
You do not skimp on those.
Nah, you gotta get
like,
them in there.
Bam, bam, bam. And I'm like, yeah, girl.
I'm a big fan. I think salads should be like 85% toppings.
Yeah. That's what makes a salad good.
Yeah.
And then you get that chicken on top of that.
Like you need the greens to like freshen it up, but like otherwise.
True. That's why I like your salads, because you fix it like I would fix it.
Exactly. That's the way everybody really wants it.
Did you know that I was looking at some of the sides that people give a side eye to?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Some people don't like cranberry sauce.
That's fair. That's pretty fair.
This 27% of people say no thanks to it. Then green bean casserole, 25% don't like green bean casserole.
I gotta be honest with you, I'm also not a big fan of green bean casserole.
Oh, I'm surprised because you like the lima bean
the lima
casserole.
bean casserole.
Oh yeah.
Which sounds delicious.
Green bean casserole, for whatever reason, is like not the same, and I'm just like, nope.
It said no to roasted autumn vegetables, and I would think that would be like your sweet potatoes and
But I
like
love
butternut
that.
squash.
Like butternut squash with like
butternut
Brussels
squash is one of my
sprouts.
favorites.
So good though.
Like I love that.
I feel like I would say yes to that one.
Have you had a Jamie's butternut squash soup? Because I would think you could throw extra stuff in there and make it even better.
Yeah, so we have done butternut squash soup before. I haven't done it in a while, but yeah, butternut squash soup, especially like depending on how you want to do it. So
It's like to me it's like almost like a dessert.
Well, yeah, because you could do it like pureed, or you could even do it with like the big chunks still. Because like we did a whole soup event for like Halloween. It was called like this. It was like a Stardew Valley event. I don't know if any of you guys know about the video game Stardew Valley, but in the video game they kind of do like a stone soup situation where like everybody like has to bring an ingredient to add to the soup, and then like the governor like tastes the soup and like rates it.
Governor, what do you think, Governor?
And so we did kind of like the same thing, but like at the cafe where we had people like if you brought an ingredient for the soup, then you like got free soup, and then if you wanted to try it, it was like $5 if you just wanted to try the soup. But we had people bring butternut squash and peppers. There's like a joke in the game that's like Mayor Lewis's shorts. And so somebody made Mayor Lewis's shorts out of red onions. And so like that was super funny.
That's funny.
And so we did that, but it was one of the best soups I've ever had. And somebody brought in like big chunks of butternut squash, and we just threw those in with the peppers and the rotel and everything.
Like the kitchen sink.
Yeah. Kitchen sink soup. And it was so good. And
What's great, what I think that you do so well, and to get attention for Jamie's Eats and Sweets, your place, is you come up with so many different fun promotions that you do, like the food around the world, or the soup that you were talking about for Halloween.
It was so funny.
And it just makes it more fun.
I feel like a lot of the times it's just like, especially with the Stardew Valley soup event, I was like, this is an event I would want to go to. Like, I want this, whether anybody shows up to this or not. And so it was like, we were like, let's just do it.
But I think that's what it is. It keeps it fun and lighthearted, and you're feeding people really good. You're talking to them with their bellies.
Exactly.
Well, people love an experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what you give them. I said, it feels like you're walking into your granny's kitchen every time you come in at Jamie's Eats and Sweets because you're like, she's like a young Mama Bear.
Just a young grandma. It's fine.
You are. I was like, Mama Bear, it sounds younger.
That's fair.
But I mean, you are young. I can't believe that your age and then having your own business and then thinking of the promotions that you do. And then you need to follow her Instagram because she has the cutest Instagram. Because you always, I mean, it's just, she's just real. You just talk to the folks through the camera. And that's what makes it exciting and real. And you can tell she loves doing it.
I do, yeah. I'm just out here having fun, Sheila.
And it's contagious.
Yes.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
What are you doing on Small Business Saturday? We want to make sure people join you for that.
So Small Business Saturday. So this whole week is going to be interesting. Basically, once we hit the midnight power hours, because from the midnight power hours through Small Business Saturday, it's me, mom, and dad that are going to be running the cafe. And so my parents have been down here a lot recently. And so they're going to be just the three of us. We're not going to have any of the other staff because they're all out of town visiting family. And so the only way it's going to work is with the three of us. So you can come in, see us probably bickering half the time. And we're going to be going through and we're going to have all of our drinks. We're going to have our menu going on for Small Business Saturday. We're going to try to fill up the case with sweets. So if you have more Thanksgiving things going on for the weekend, we'll have pies and pumpkin rolls and things like that this weekend. And we're going to go through and have our sugar cookies for any of you that have been waiting for the sugar cookies to come back.
They're so good.
Oh, yeah.
Real good.
The buttercream sugar cookies are one of my favorite things. And it's always just fun to people get so excited. It's fun. And so we're going to have those. I'm still trying to figure out giveaways and things like that possibly for Small Business Saturday. I have to finish figuring that out and thinking about it. I'm mostly just been lost in pie crust. I'm going to be honest with you. So
lost in pie crust.
So
I love it.
More details will be coming to our Facebook page shortly for that one.
Well, I love that your family is going to be there too. So be patient. They may not have worked the register as much as the others.
Yeah.
And what time does that start?
So Small Business Saturday for us is going to start 9 a.m. on Saturday, and then we're going to go 9 to 5, which is our normal Small Business Saturday hours, or Saturday hours, just in general.
Your normal Saturday hours.
Normal Saturday hours, not just small business. But yeah, so come by see us.
So you're closing and opening back up?
Yes,
For
so
your,
we'll be closed.
your midnight one.
Yeah, so for the midnight one, we'll be open 8 p.m. to midnight. And then we're going to close at midnight, or if it's still crazy, we'll stay open a little bit later. And then go through from there and get some sleep. And then try again on Saturday for Small Business Saturday.
So you're off on Friday.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep on Friday.
So remember, Thursday, Thanksgiving night, 8 to midnight at Jamie's Eats and Sweets. You said 50 West Broad?
50 West Broad Street.
And that's right across from Crawdaddy's in Cookeville. And then Small Business Saturday, you need to just go and say hi to all the small businesses, but make sure you stop by Jamie's Eats and Sweets. Meet her mom and dad because they're as sweet as her. And I know that they're going to have fun, too. They love talking to the people, too, because I've met your mom before.
Mom and Dad will talk your ear off, so
Yeah.
just be warned.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be great.
So what is your favorite dish that you cook? Because I know you cook so many. I don't know what your favorite would be.
For Thanksgiving or just in general?
In general.
Yeah.
Ooh, Sheila. Okay.
I knew that would be a hard question for her.
Yeah.
That is such a hard
She
question.
loves cooking in general.
I love so many things, Sheila.
That would be hard for me. What's your favorite?
Yeah, what's your
my favorite? My favorite is just I love baking cookies and stuff like that. I really do like doing that and baking bread.
I love Italian night. Anytime that we're cooking Italian, it just feels like
and it smells
I
so
could put
good.
on bistro music in the
Yeah.
background and pretend fancy,
I love that so much.
I bet you do that.
I do.
That makes me so happy. Okay, I'm gonna go dessert wise. I will always say this: cream puffs. I think they're so fun. We don't always do them in the cafe because I like to give them the attention that they deserve.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I don't always get the time. We'll probably do them again in January because I'll have extra time. Olivia always laughs at me. She's like, "You always do the really fun stuff whenever we don't have anybody coming into the cafe, and then they just sit there and we're all sad." But so the cream puffs are like a shoe, like a shoe pastry before, and so you just have to go through, mix it up, pipe it out, and it pops up, and the inside is totally cookie. And so then you can go through and fill those whatever you want. So you can do pastry cream, things like that. We've gone through a strawberry pastry cream before. You basically put whatever you want in them. You can make them sweet or savory, kind of almost like a crepe. I'm gonna say like a crepe, but only because you can fill it with whatever you want. And
I love that.
so that's what
Crepes are good too. So, and I know everything you do tastes delicious, and I'm sure Brittany cooked some fine concoctions too. But we're going to have to break away now. We were having so much fun, but time flew by with all of our guests this morning. Brittany, thank you so much for being the co-host. And tomorrow, the co-host will be Ricky Shelton. He'll be in here tomorrow too. We'll find out what he's been doing, what his favorite Thanksgiving stuff is too. That's tomorrow on Good Morning Cookeville, News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub. Good Morning Cookeville. W299BY.